Hello and welcome to week 6. For week 6, the first thing that you're going to do is complete your reading assignment. This time we're back to locating 2 more scholarly articles related to your topic. So we're building towards that total of 4. Remember, these are scholarly, so if you add some popular articles beyond this and you have more articles, when we get to actually fleshing out project number 2, that's fine. But for now, this is a continuation of those first 2 that you found for annotated bibliography number 1. Now you're finding 2 more for annotated bibliography number 2. And remember, you're looking at things like Google Scholar or some of the databases that we have at OU, and you're really thinking about peer-reviewed scholarly research supporting your topic. In the review section, you're going to review formulating research questions, and you've got the criteria for annotated bibliography number 2, which is exactly the same as annotated bibliography number 1. So let's look at formulating a research question. This is just some information. Really, the bottom line is that it's going to make it a little bit deeper and more specific, more precise. So down here on this second page, it has a checklist, and it says, is it something that I or others care about? Definitely, that's something that you've chosen based on your own interests way back in the beginning of the semester when we chose our topics. Is it arguable? Well, we've worked through that in a couple of different ways. So is this research question a new spin on an old idea, or does it solve a problem? Is it too broad or too narrow? Is it researchable within the given time frame and location? We've kind of worked through that as well. What information is needed? So think really about, they give you a few research questions in a very general format and then a revised format. So you really want to think about what that research question is. What is it that you are trying to answer in this research? And when you kind of flip that, when you turn that question around into a statement, you've got your thesis, you've got what you want to prove. You're also going to look at your annotated bibliography handout, but like I said, it's exactly the same. You've got, a total number of 4 sources for project number 2. These can all support your project, but you're only adding 2 more this time. So you already did annotated bibliography number 1. You've got those 2 sources, you've annotated them, you've cited them. Now you're going to do the same thing again with 2 new sources. So again, the equivalent of a double-spaced 1-page summary of the key points. The summary should be organized in the same order that the sources are listed. So your first page is a references page, and then you've got the key points of the summaries, including the strongest rhetorical appeal of the article's purpose, and the article's intended audience. And as we looked at before a couple of weeks ago, you're looking towards the end of this where you are seeing that the strongest rhetorical appeal is listed, the intended audience, and the purpose, in addition to those main points of the article. So same format, you're going to turn in 2 new sources, but now that you already have 2, you're adding 2 more, and you can use all of those for project number 2. All right. Then as we get back to the assignments for the week, you're going to turn in that research question, but just to remind you, you're going to turn in a research question, possibly 2 questions, no more than 2, and then you're going to invert those to create your thesis statement. So what I should see is I should see 1 question and 1 thesis statement, or 2 questions and 1 thesis statement, because I want to see how you're thinking about what you want to prove in this paper, and you're actually moving that into an arguable statement. You're going to turn that in by the end of the week, and then you're going to turn in your annotated bibliography. That's also due at the end of the week. Same format as before. You'll submit that, by simply, clicking on the submission link. Beyond that, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.